intention is talk about our plans and, for example, responsive and reward menu. I have no distractions. I pass it to Amin.
Hey. Yeah, my intention is to see what to do next, what to prioritize that. Oh, sorry, I haven't set up my laptop yet. And yeah, I pass it on to Mohammed.
Hey guys, my intention is to know what should we do about the eligible tokens for givebacks that Mitch has posted on forum just right now, and I have no distraction. I pass it to Monique.
Hello guys, here just to sync with you, and if I can help you in other stuff that you have, pass it to Mitch.
Yeah, hopefully to get some next steps for finishing or testing the givebacks calculation. We can bring up the issue that Mohammed just mentioned, and if there's anything, pick up some small issues on the board, and I'll give it to Pavle.
Yeah, hi. So my intention again is to just see that I can wrap and coin, so I don't just wrap and coin something that's not important. And I don't really have any.
Hey, Pablo, you have some weird feedback. I don't know if it's weird or your headphones are not working right, but it was really hard to understand you. Maybe unplug the headphones.
How about now?
Yeah.
Better.
Now?
Much better.
Yeah, it's just that Linux has always been fun. So to repeat, basically, I'm just gonna say what Amin said. So essentially, I'm looking for stuff to do that's relevant and on point, and I don't really have any distractions because I'm not doing anything. Who's gonna go next? I don't know. Who would like to go next?
Yeah, I can go. Yeah, it sounds really exciting to talk about givebacks for the most part and get ready for givebacks. We kind of took it out of scope, and so I imagine that's like the big thing to focus on, and then all the other fast follow issues, and just hoping to see things get divvied out and we pass it around. I'll throw it to Ashley.
Hey guys, good morning. Yeah, my intention is just to kind of sync up and take the information that we've received over the past few days and see what we can do with that and see where we're at. I don't really have any distractions on here, so let's see. How about Mitch? No, Mitch.
I went already.
Willie.
Mitch already went.
I picked Willie.
Thanks, Ashley. GM, everybody. I am distracted, brewing some coffee, waking up. Got a pack today and fly to a wedding. So I will be I'll be available the next few days, but I will be at a wedding. And a New Year's wedding should be fun. Looking forward to talking about givebacks. I think that's a good topic. And any other pressing issues on the give economy. Maybe one day these can turn into tokenomics calls once all the give economy issues are running smoothly. Looking forward to that, but I think that right now we got more pressing stuff to focus on, and we don't need to rush immediately into tokenomics because it'll be good for Give to have some time out there in the market before we make proposals to other DAOs. Same thing, Give. All right. Is there anyone else not on? Or is that everyone?
Yeah, so there's a couple of new people in the call. This is the GIVeconomy call where we're talking about any issues that are in the GIVeconomy and dividing up development resources. So you're super welcome to come and hang out. If any of you have any intentions and distractions, I'll leave the mic open just for a moment if you want to jump in. Okay, cool. Cool, great. Awesome. Okay, well, it sounds like, well, I mean, everybody knows that givebacks is our main focus. I would love to talk quickly about, since we have everybody here, this forum post that Mitch posted up here. I mean, I guess we can have the discussion on the forum. I see Monique is already replying in there. Somebody else is already replying there. But maybe we could just like facilitate a discussion quickly on that because, yeah, I think it's best to resolve sooner rather than later.
Okay, well, on the forum post, I wish Mateo was here because I thought that we actually had a price list that we use for the DApp, and I thought that was going to be the same as our whitelist, basically.
So there's a problem with that because
Problem with blending.
No, what else? Okay, so the problem with that is monoswap is a bit cumbersome to add tokens to, and it's not exhaustive. So what was talked about is using monoswap, and then if it's not on monoswap, we go to CoinGecko. Because it's like 4,000 tokens or something, Mohammed, and so like it's actually really, really difficult to be continually adding tokens to them, to the monoswap repo, I should say.
The thing is, we don't want to allow every token or any token, necessarily any token. There should be a liquidity requirement because otherwise you can kind of like pump the price of a token. This happened to Balancer, right? Originally, Balancer allowed any token to, earn yield on their platform, and then they had to move to a registered list of tokens so that because people were manipulating the price of a token, and then using that manipulated price as a way to earn BAL rewards. And you could see that happening here where someone has a low market cap token, they pump the price, make the donation at that time, and then the price goes back down 10x, and they made, only on 75% of the donation, they get a bunch of...
So this is clearly defined when we were talking about it this morning. So this is exactly what kind of I had in mind when I was creating this issue. So I think like that attack vector is clear to us. So we just need to decide where we draw the line in the sand in regards to token eligibility.
I think it's starting with an initial list and then let people nominate their tokens in a forum kind of a thing. And just follow the balancer model. That's what I would do. And
we just need to have a scalable solution, because it seems like this monoswap thing is maintained by Mateo and James, and it seems like it's a lot of work for them to be constantly updating it. So like if there's a better solution that doesn't require so much dev power, like this would be the time to propose it.
Are you familiar with token lists, Mitch? The Uniswap,
like the one that you import into dexes?
Yeah, exactly. And it's like an open source standard, and anyone can make a list. Like maybe Giveth has a list of its own that it publishes that's like open source, but I'm hearing that's a lot of work to maintain. So we can use another list, and Shapeshift does this where we have a bot that like every day scrapes CoinGecko's list because they update their list every day, and it's pretty exhaustive. So it's like we're basically just like piggybacking on their diligence because they have their own processes for reviewing all these tokens before they add them to the list. So we just let them take care of it basically because it is a lot of work because new tokens are popping up every day and you got to like review them and stuff and decide if they're legit or not. And we just outsource that all to CoinGecko.
And so just to move this, I'd love to see all those ideas in the forum. And then the next part of the question is once we have like a scalable solution, how do we handle donations that aren't on the whitelist?
They don't get givebacks.
My thought is like they can be donated, but we have to notify them that this token isn't eligible for givebacks. That just seems like a really easy thing just to pop into the UI and then,
Yeah, that sounds great. So for now, we can just like have this discussion in the forum post, but we need to like really make a hard deadline on like when we're gonna decide on what the final list is, because we need to have this all ready for distributing givebacks at the end of this round. So what's a reasonable amount of time to give for that forum post or this discussion?
Sorry, I just want to add something. Because we have a current situation for the price of the Give tokens that was donated before, we had this discussion in the morning. So as soon as possible, we have to reach the conclusion, because we have problems with lots of donating things. We have to put a boundary there. And I also want to mention that there are some other businesses, for example, for Giving Block projects, we only accept some tokens. For example, for Trace, if you want to make it traceable, in the future, only some tokens or some chains are just acceptable. So if you want to look at it more technically, and in an engineering way, maybe we had some controls already in the backend. And my suggested experience as a user is that if I select a token I want to donate, if it's not eligible, at least I get prompt that hey, this token is not eligible, or we can give, for example, this much give back for this price. So if we have it at the event that we want to do donating, everything is going all set, and Mohammed suggested that we keep this list and update it with a job at the end of the day, just keeping one list. That's all. Sorry.
I mean, I feel like it's too late to change it. Sorry, I feel like it's too late to change it for this round. We need to be tracking the live data, the price at the time of donation. So we have the solution for that right now, and those are the tokens that we have for this round. If we want to build a process for next round, that's one discussion. But is there a problem? Are we not tracking the prices for a bunch of tokens right now, and that's the list for this give back rounds?
Some tokens, we missed it. Some tokens technically don't have any price. Test tokens don't have any prices. We're not talking about them. But for example, for Give, you remembered sometimes at the release time we miss some transactions. We imported it later, but when we imported it, we missed the price, and we go to that web services that have the history price there was wrong. So we have to, at least for at this time, we should at least communicate with the people that are trying to make donations. I don't know which way.
We built that tool for ETH.
I think for now, if the token doesn't have a price on our list, then it doesn't get givebacks. And we can always do, even if I think we can put in place one of these lists, and if we see someone gaming it too, if we see someone that gets through and clearly this token's not worth $1 gazillion, then we don't give them the givebacks, right? We have the final review and the ability to say, hey, this gets givebacks or this doesn't get givebacks. So it's really awesome that we do have that final review period.
So what I hear though from this, Willie, is that we need to input that into our calculate giveback script.
Yeah,
because right now I'm reviewing the CSV file that Mohammed generated, and so in order to properly review givebacks, we're going to need to see the type of token and the amount of token donated, and then also like its value and give. So we'll need to be able to add that to the script somehow to review this data.
Yeah, and note to use contract addresses and not like token symbols and stuff, so you don't get conflicts there.
Sorry, one question. Do you mean that you send the token list as an input to the script and I give you the result? Yeah, is that what you mean, Mish?
Well, what we're saying is that in order to see like if any of these tokens are gamifying our system, we have to see in that calculate giveback script not only the value in give, but the type of token that was donated and how much of the token.
It's I just have to say we have another problem also because I just calculate giveback for the verified donations, and for the verified donations I should check that tokens list that I have sent in the forum. I just verify these types of donation. So if we want to verify all of donations, I should do something in donation verification also. So just for information. Sorry for interrupting.
Yeah, we don't have to verify. We don't have to do non-verified projects. Just the verified projects.
No. Verified donations, unverified projects, because you can create.
Mohammed do a kind of verification process after, in every donations that is kept in our database. Mohammed do a verification with the network to make sure they are the real transactions, and he's talking about that. Because and the problem that we had is that we missed someone in our database, so we can't verify them. The release of it, when we get hot fixes, we miss some transactions, and because we don't have in our database, Mohammed didn't verify them.
How many are there? How many donation has happened during the?
I think Carlos knows there.
Is it much? For instance, 10?
No, yeah. Weird tokens, I think none. I think, but we missed a few give donations because we didn't update them on the swap library. So now that's fixed, and we fix it in this weekend. So give a token donation have their ETH and USD price. But yeah, we have to write the script to update a few. They're probably like a 5, 4, not much. So we're fine right now, I guess. But we have to fix the issue for the future.
No, it's about release time before the Give token launch. It's when you do some migration. I don't know. The server was down, user has donated, and our front end was down. Am I right, Moni? Or you mean
our front end?
Our backend was down.
Our backend. Our backend, for some seconds was down, and we can't get back. The transaction went through, but we can't get back the notification of the transaction to put it in the impact graph. But they did it in the front end. So but sorry for the interruption. The whole discussion is not there. Just want to make sure that what Mohammed is talking about is talking about the verified transaction, not verified project.
I have an idea here. We should totally prevent user make transaction if our backend doesn't respond. Is it possible? We should have a way to,
or at least they won't get givebacks at least, because if we had that thing that's going to say, hey, you get givebacks or you're not getting givebacks, this is just like, hey, right now givebacks are disabled or something like that, so they can still donate, but it's like they at least know they're not going to get the giveback.
It's a basic problem. We cannot ignore it, because we should count the transactions that are registered in our backend. So for any reason, our backend doesn't respond. It's or user for connection problem, for any reason, if user cannot register its donation, it doesn't get any giveback.
I have a suggestion. We can do it in the verification process, transaction verification process.
We don't know whether
do it.
Yeah, go ahead.
We can do it.
Go ahead. No, I think we cannot because we don't
it's
know
just a
whether user
suggestion.
has transferred via his wallet directly or he has done with our front end. How do you distinguish
Yeah,
these
but
two?
you know, the job of Muhammad is start whenever after the impact graph was informed. So when we have the whole transaction, he has started working on the.
No.
Sorry.
I just periodically for example, every hour I check the donations that are in our database. I verify that with the network. If you want to, we listen to all the tokens on all the networks and listen to that and index that. It's very complex job. I think it's
Fungible answer, please. We need the answer here.
It's very.
It's a problem.
I was kidding.
Problem. Yeah. Otherwise, as I said, we cannot even just monitoring we can get the event from the smart contract of the token and just filter for that recipient. It's possible, but we cannot find out whether it's done via our front end or not.
Will the front end, will it know if the back end is down, if givebacks is down? Can the front end does it know that on the donation page?
Good idea. That's a good idea. We can have some handshake with the back end, so see whether it's live or not.
I think that was a great idea. And I think you're right. I think that's what we got to do. And maybe we can just combine this all into that idea for on the donate page. If we want to show users whether or not they're getting givebacks on a donation based on the token they have, we can, if they are getting it, we can have it be like, I don't know, givebacks are live and stuff, and it's like this donation will be eligible for givebacks. Then if the backend doesn't respond, then it's like, hey, givebacks are down at the moment. Try again later, or donate, or I don't know. We can ask Marco to come up with some great copy, but I think you're kind of right. We kind of need to do that, right? If there's this issue where we can't control if the backend goes down, and we need to be ready for that, then just be transparent and let them know, hey, you can donate, but it's not going to get givebacks.
One solution is that when before MetaMask pop up, we calculate the transaction hash ourselves with the data, the user nonce, the gas price, but gas price affects. Who knows what's the gas price? We can have transaction hash before user confirm the transaction.
Okay, one question. Would it be possible to proxy this through some kind of contract that just fires an event and that's it? So it doesn't have too much gas overhead. Literally just have a contract sit in front of Giveth's wallet and just log what's happening and forward everything, every transaction, every send, everything through that. Or would it be too much work?
On mainnet, it would be brutal for sure.
Even is it possible for an ERC20 token to make a smart contract proxy without approval?
Yeah, I just realized that we have. Never mind. There's no.
Good idea, though.
Okay, it sounds like the quickest solution for if the backend is down, we have a notification to the user saying backend is down right now. Donate later if you want givebacks, or donate now. That seems the quickest solution. I also think we need to add something to the DApp when the user donates, explaining to them when the round ends, because I had some feedback from people being like, "Oh, I donated, I don't have givebacks. What's the deal?" It's because the round's not over. So I think we can just add a couple of modals in there. So I'll make issues for that in the flow, and then the other issue that, I think this discussion on the forum post and which tokens are eligible for givebacks, I would love it if we could resolve that within the next couple of days. So maybe we could just have all of our comments on there in the forum post, and I'll keep an eye on it and try to move the discussion forward. And then so that we have a final solution in a couple of days. Because there are a few other things that we need to work on with givebacks. We even need to just test givebacks again, and there's a lot of other issues on the board, so I'd like to keep moving forward with it. So if we can we do that, move the discussion on the tokens to the forum, and then regarding this backend down thing, we'll just make some modals. I'll come up with copy for it, and I'll make issues. Yeah, great. Cool. So oh no, this is not the right board. Okay, I'm going to just move into the all dev board, and then we can go through some issues together. I have a question actually also. So now that we have everything live, are we still going to be making changes and then putting them on develop and then testing on develop before putting on live? Or can we actually get like a staging deployment so that we do it the same as we're doing like with Giveth Next? Yeah, right? I mean, I would love that. I don't really know what that entails or who to bug about it, but I made an issue.
I saw the issue that you created, having a staging question mark. It's in the sprint planning. It's in a sprint backlog right now. Having a staging question mark. You have a good issue on that.
Yeah.
I think, once approve it to have a staging for the GIVeconomy. Am I right?
Yeah, currently we have a test deployment. We have it, the last test deployment, deployment
Liquidity
7.
mining DApp?
Yeah, we can just redirect that URL to that. What do you think?
Okay.
Yeah, and connect the stage, give us IO to that,
Okay, wait, so we're going to connect like regular Giveth IO to the test deployment liquidity mining DApp and then change the URL.
No, the current GIVeIO will be work with the data of the give.giveth.io and the stage GIVeIO work with this one.
Oh yeah, but it's actually
data obtained from this one. And in the future, maybe we want to integrate this to application because you say for some concern, if user clicks on the tab, we are redirected to another project web page, and user needs to connect its wallet again. It's not cool sometimes. So we should merge these two projects sometimes. GIVeIO, the TypeScript GIVeIO, and GIVeConomy.
Yeah. I was suggesting the TypeScript. Yeah, for TypeScript, I think you can bring it with the TypeScript version right now, if it's possible. Because the flows are changing. I had a talk today with Mo, and Mo said that we're expecting the user to see the sign in the GIVeconomy or DApp whenever it was, get connected wallet just once, and see that user menu in every pages or tabs. So it means we have to have we just have one application,
Yeah, that makes sense. So, who can take responsibility for this?
For
merging next.giveth.io and the liquidity mining DApp so that they interact together, and then I guess also the associated like wallet connect things, making sure that if the user is connected on the DApp, they're also connected on the GIVeconomy DApp, and then it becomes merged as one.
It should be done after the TypeScript is complete. GIVeIO TypeScript is complete, because if currently we want user clicks on the what's the name of the tab? It's related to the GIVeIO project.
Mm-hmm.
But after this, it will be redirected to another project, the TypeScript GIVeIO.
Okay, so for now then, it doesn't make sense to do, and then we'll just wait until TypeScript is done, and then they're still kind of separate. We're not interacting with staging, like next Giveth.giveth.io and our liquidity mining DApp. Or is it easy just to make them like one thing so that they can interact and we can test everything?
What do you think, Tarek?
Yeah, I think I'm investigating to can we have one sign-in, for example, one connected wallet, and the project is separate. I'm investigating on it, and if we can have it, I think this is a step before the merging projects together. But no, I can't answer final.
After, I guess these two projects should be on the same domain. For instance, Giveth.io /give/farm, for instance.
Yeah, I think
Giveth.io /projects. So
we can change the read the local storage data and change the domains of them. For example, star.giveth.io, and if we can change it, we can have the connected wallet in other projects. Yeah, but I should investigate and check is it working or not.
By the way, users have to connect its wallet once to different domains because MetaMask doesn't consider that. Doesn't say that. Okay, it's
yeah.
So I'm confused about the final conclusion of this. I guess the conclusion is that Jarek needs to decide, look into it, and see if it makes sense now to merge like Next and the liquidity mining dApp, or we wait until TypeScript is done.
Lauren, I suggest that we put it. The first step that is easy and reachable is just to bring one staging for the GIVeconomy. First of all. It could be done right now, but for merging these two projects together, Cherokee will investigate and update us on that part.
Okay, wait. So we can make like I don't. We're gonna be.
I think we're conflating two different issues. There's making one sign-in across the dApp. That's one issue. There's also creating a staging environment. For the dApp and just having a very clear, this is where we test new features environment, and that issue can be addressed hopefully soon. And we're looking for someone to assign themselves to that issue who wants to take on trying to deploy a staging environment. I assume it's you, Amin, or unless you have someone to delegate to.
Okay, so it's Amin?
Okay.
Yay, I'll assign you. And then I'll make another issue about merging the two and assign Sherry, who can look into it. But maybe, I think, for this sprint, I think we should focus more on GiveBack. So maybe this like merge staging environment and
what means merge staging? What's the staging?
Like merge next.giveth.io with the staging environment that you're going to deploy for the GIVeconomy, and then so that they're like interacting and working with each other, and then we'll have like the wallet connecting that works universally across both. But this could either be done after TypeScript, or we do it before, or like this whole conversation that we're having. This issue is about that.
Yeah. Okay.
Should I change the title? Does this not make sense?
No. Okay. That's okay.
Okay. Cool.
So when user user will in the staging environment, when user clicks on the project at the top, it will the next give us TypeScript will be shown, not the current GIVe's.io. Okay.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Okay, great. Cool. Well, that's nice. I guess this is actually kind of a nice one that we should probably address soon too. I saw Ashley posted this. Users can't claim their GiveDrop with Taurus. And people have been asking about this because there's like projects who got a GiveDrop, and there's another issue related to that, which is like investigate if we can use Taurus in the garden. But does this just require somebody to contact Taurus? Probably